Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi Allegory friends, welcome back to the Allegory Podcast Al-FAHD English Literacy. With me, Rahmawati Aprilia Putri, a student at Al-FAHD Islamic High School. And this episode, I'm the host, and beside me, there is a very special one. Can you introduce us to our friends first?
Hello friends, I'm Izzatul Alifah Suprabadew, a student at Al-FAHD Islamic High School, grade 10.
Okay, we are now in the month of Ramadan. How are the initial preparation for the month of Ramadan? Especially since we are in the dormitory. Were there any special preparation made before returning to the dormitory yesterday?
If there are any preparation, there are many. Especially we are in dormitory, right? Like before returning to Al-FAHD. Yesterday, I brought a lot of milk and vitamins because fasting month is the one that is awaited. So it's important to us to maintain our health and so the fast can run smoothly. And you know, yesterday at the beginning of fasting, I have fasting at home. So I prepare a lot, like quality time with my family, such as be together, break my fast together, and sahur with my family, especially with my parents cooking. Good.
Wow, you have so many preparation to welcome the month of Ramadan. By the way, I'm curious, when did you start fasting for the first time?
If it's my first time fasting, I've learned from a young age. It's like from kindergarten, I think. It starts with half fasting for a full. It starts with half day of fasting. As for full day is when I was in elementary school. Those time is unforgettable. Because I remember the tantrums. Because it's really trying for a young child to not eat, drink, let alone buy snack.
Wow, that's true. But in the past, I had a reward that became the fuel to fuel my enthusiasm for fasting. Oh yeah, is there a story that you can't forget when fasting? To the point that it keeps ringing in your ears until now.
Yes, I have. So the story is when I was little. At that time, I had forgotten I was fasting. So I had drunk water and calmly walked in front of my family. Suddenly, my cousin touched me that I wasn't fasting. Well, I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm crying. Like a normal child. Then I called my mother that I was broke my fasting. Then my mom immediately calmed me down and said like, it's okay. Yeah, like that. And said like, you didn't do it on purpose. You forget that you're fasting. So it didn't break your fast. Yeah, it was like that. And the same unforgettable is when I was in junior high school, that the first time I was fasting in the dormitory.
Wow, most kids must have experienced that. Then I want to ask you, why did the first time you fasted in the dormitory become a moment that always rings in your mind?
Because I think it's the first time it became like not to be with my family. Usually 3 years ago, fasting usually at home, so breaking fast together, like tarawih together, and sahur always with my family. I could request the food that I want to eat, but in dormitory, I have a schedule that must have to be followed. So I couldn't request the food that I want to eat, and rest time is resting, study time study, but it's okay. Maybe this is what will train us to be more independent in the future. Okay, guys?
That's right. In the dormitory, we become more independent. Next, I want to ask you. We fast, we don't eat or drink from morning to evening, and of course, our energy decreases. Do you have any tips for studying productive while fasting? Balance between studying and worship.
Maybe I have a little tips. It's best to eat at dawn or sahur. Don't forget to drink a lot of water and eat vitamins. Because I think it's important to power up our energy, right? And maybe reduce unimportant activities such as chasing each other, leaving chair on our table in the class. If it's possible, don't do it yet. In the month of Ramadan, increase worship activities like reciting Al-Quran. And in fact, with the schedule that exists now, it's like no fasting. It doesn't feel like fasting. It's like just, oh, it's afternoon. Is it Maghrib, right?
That's right. After studying, it's almost time for the Maghrib call to prayer, right? Wow, there are so many stories from Al-FAHD friends about our Ramadan this time with Sis Alifah. Hopefully, we can all carry out the fasting worship this year smoothly. Thank you to Sis Alifah for sharing her Ramadan story with us.
Thank you to Sis Rahma, and I hopefully same like Sis Rahma.
Okay, Al-FAHD friends, that's the podcast for this time. See you again in the next episode for the Allegory podcast. Keep up the spirit of fasting. I am Rahmawati Aprilia Putri. See you the next podcast.
Bye everyone.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.